Yuya! So, you've seen it too? Just now, yeah, on the second floor. I caught a glimpse of it from behind the other end of the corridor, and didn't stick around to let it see me, so alas, I was not blessed with the look at its pretty face. Coward. Hey, we ran its way as soon as we saw it too. Anyway, it sounds like it's wandering around the building. Maybe it'd be better for you to leave, Mr. One.
Oh, don't worry for me, young one. My duties prevent me from leaving this room. You two aren't planning to call off your investigation because of a bad guy or two either.
Well, yeah, that's true. Already stuck in the rut of an unadaptable middle age? Don't come crying to us if you get hurt.
I've come with touching distance of death in the past. I'll be fine.
Wonder what kind of death comes that close to a maintenance worker. Then again, knowing this school, there could be all kinds of evil going on behind the scenes. Well then, what are you standing around for? I believe orders were given for everyone to gather in the gymnasium to avoid the scarecrow. Same goes for you. Why aren't you heading over there? Ugh. I can't just sit around. Indeed, same here. Hence walking around the school. On that note, I better go to the lab. Professor Nanaki wanted me there. What for? Something you asked him to do. Oh. And he wants you to help him keep an eye on the Dr. Iwamine. Most likely, yes. The doctor and Lana, that is. Anyway, you two go on with your investigation. I'll be watching over her, so don't worry. Right. Wait! Yeah? According to the autopsy, Peruna died after school yesterday. Did you see her during that time? Yesterday evening? Huh. What did the doctor say? Just that he'd been in the infirmary all day. I was there too. We were inspecting and cleaning all day, so I can verify the doctor's alibi. I told you not to doubt him without evidence, Kawara. Right. At this point, the prime suspect is that scarecrow anyway. That everything? Well, I do. We should head out too. But first, let's write down what we found. Alright, let's go. The students in the gymnasium have grown somewhat restless since the evacuation. Shut up with no explanation, and now there's no suspicious individual wandering the campus. Guess even doves lose their cool eventually. San, where are you?
Cool! Okusan's right here, alive and well so far. Cool! Where did you and Sakuya go? Leaving Okusan behind and going outside is no fair.
You'd just confuse the issue if we brought you along. We came back because we had a question for you.
Cool! Come at me, whippersnapper.
That's not what I... Anyway, you usually practice on the ground after school, right?
Cool! Of course! It is Okusan's duty as track captain.
Did you see Lana while you were out there yesterday?
Cool! No, Okusan did not see her then, or as he was going home.
Can we really be sure that he would have noticed her, even if she had been there while he was running? Good point.
Cool! Do not look down on Okusan's visual memory. Cool! If you had asked Okusan about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say.
Wait, son, did you just...
Cool! Do not look down on Okusan's visual memory.
After that, imbecile...
Cool! If you had asked about Okusan about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say. Cool! Okusan saw the interloper going into the infirmary.
The infirmary? Could that have been Lana? She wouldn't have been stained with blood until after she died. She was a bit hyper, but I don't think she'd still be walking around at that point.
Cool! It was not Lana, it was a bird unknown to Okusan.
So someone covered in blood was going to the infirmary after school. Who and... Whoever he is, he's our prime suspect now. Thanks for telling us, Son. At least we found something. even if it raises more questions than it answers. Yeah. Some bird whose son doesn't know. Could it have been someone from outside the school? It's past noon already. Let's hurry onwards. And so we walked about the school, searching for clues of Lana and the mysterious blood-stained stranger. We're lucky enough to avoid encountering Scarecrow, but we didn't find any information either. Where to now? Nokia's probably gotten the key for us by now. Hold on guys, I'm gonna check something. Sorry, I'm just really wanting to make sure I'm recording this time. Okay. We're good. Nokia's probably gotten the key for us by now. Let us return to the lab. Okay. Huh? What is it? Did you say something just now? I did not. Could it be that confounded Scarecrow again? No, it's not him. I thought I heard somebody say something. Bah, don't scare me like that. Though we've been walking around half the day, it's hardly surprising that your mind should be playing tricks on you. This is the library. What if there's somebody in here? They might have not heard the alarm. Let's go check. Very well. Far removed from the emergency throughout the rest of the school, the library is the same as always. Empty. It's a little gloomier than usual. I guess there's no one here. Pull yourself together, Kawara. I have no use for subordinates who lose hold of their sanity. Since when am I your subordinate? Sorry, Sakio, let's just head back to the lab. Something bad happened. Should have known it would have happened after this. If it hadn't been for me, none of it would have happened at all. What was I trying to do here? What did I see? Why can't I remember? I can hear. What are you saying? You're fading away. It's too far. Miss Piona. Mr. Nanaki. Welcome back. Have you found anything interesting? Yet another suspicious individual. But we should speak with the headmaster first. Have you gotten the key? Yes, I have it right here. Thank you, sir. Well, let's go have a look, shall we? The doctor and I will be here. Be careful. Adieu. Clear left. Clear right. Good. Doesn't look like the Scarecrow's here. That's good. If I had to fly away from something like that, I might panic and hit the ceiling. Oh, right. Quail's reflexes is that when they startle, they fly straight up. We should hear it dragging its arm from the move, so we'll have plenty of time to get away. Let's go in. Right. Let's see. The headmaster, who gathered us all in the gym without any real explanation. How many of our questions will he be able to answer? Excuse us? Maybe he's not here. That or hiding. There's somebody at the desk. He's sitting with his back to us, but his feathers are the unmistakable green or Nicobar. Speak to us, headmaster! Have you gone deaf? Sakuya, be polite. Japan is the country of courtesy, after all. Is it his fault or mine that we had to come here? Headmaster, will you... This... Sakuya? The thing here is no longer the headmaster. His half-closed eyes are dull and cloudy. The skin showing beneath his feathers is pallid. What madness! Him too? Poisoning. Only a few hours ago. I believe he was already dead when the announcement was broadcast this morning, though. I checked his broadcasting equipment and it looks like they put the video together from last year's disaster drill footage. Meaning somebody killed the headmaster and gathered everyone else in the gym. Why would anyone? There was no explanation but mere obscene delight in the grotesque. I think we may all be vastly underestimating the magnitude of whatever's going on. It might be better if we kept this to ourselves for now. I concur. Until we have proper grasp of the situation, telling the others would only cause unnecessary panic. First Lana, now the headmaster? Both poisoned. Were they killed by the same person? More rationally, they must have had the reason for killing him and fabricating the broadcast. This must be connected with the quarantine. Since we're finally here, let us search for some clues, Kawara. Right. Easier said than done. Every shelf in this office is piled high with documents and papers. Where do we even start? Incompetent Feral! Examine each piece one at a time. Look for anything about emergency procedures, plans of the school. Got it. PTA records. That's not it. Demographics for dummies. Nope. Transfer students. Wait, next to that is the human representative? That must mean Lana. And the date is from 2 years ago, right before she enrolled. Not really related to today's incidents, but it might have something useful. There doesn't appear to be anything about converting the school into a shelter. Anything this large scale would have leave some sort of paper trail, were it official. Hang on, Sakuya. What are you reading, Kawara? This. The human representative. It's locked, even though none of these others are. A minority representative is no more important than a transfer student, or the like. There's no need to have it sealed up like a criminal record. I wonder what's written in here. We can't exactly ask the headmaster to open it for us. I don't suppose the key is in here somewhere. Maybe we should ask Mr. 1 for help. Do you intend to break it open? Yeah, it'll be faster than looking around for the key. And... that! I was wondering about it as well. That thing on his desk, some sort of control panel. Whatever it is, it's suspicious. I believe it is a control panel for some machine, yes? I mixed up those voices. And spread out next to it is... the dome! Maybe this controls the dome, or the hatch we saw earlier. One did postulate that it would be in here. Locked, of course. I doubt we'll find it easy to break that one. Yeah. All the same, we have some actual hope of getting out of here now. Even just that, it's comforting. Let's go talk to Mr. 1. I think we'll have exhausted the possibilities of this room for the time being. Let us go. Mr. Kawara. Yes, sir? I see you have yet to lose your open distrust for me. Well, 2 people have been poisoned. And we have the evidence that the perpetrator went into the infirmary. It's sort of hard not to doubt you a little, sir. Not too hard for Sakuya, though. How honest of you. Did you find it yet? The thing you forgot about?
The thing I forgot about? Must be talking about what he said earlier. No. I'm not convinced you're not just trying to mess with me. Are you sure you're not trying to keep me from finding something you thought nobody knew about?
How cruel, Mr. Kawara. Your boundless suspicions wounds me.
Doesn't look wounded at all. More like amused.
I have no reason to regret just solving this mystery, Mr. Kawara. Let me give you another hint. There are no riddles here. If you want to find the truth, you need only keep going. You need not use your brain at all.
What are you talking about? No riddles? Wait, not that. You mean to say that you know the truth already?
Well, who knows?
If you do, tell me!
I told you, you need only keep going. Everything here is a plot that was laid out just for you, after all.
Just for me? How long must you babble, Kawara? Come! 1 second, guys. I'm kind of messing with my electronics for 1 literal second. There we go, all fixed. Sorry. I take it this is a challenge, Doctor.
You may take it that way if you so wish.
I swear I'll find the truth. And if I find that you killed Lana...
I do look forward to seeing what sort of answer you will find.
Sorry if you hear voices from outside, by the way. I can't really do much about that. Mr. One?
You two again? What is it?
We explained to Mr. One that we found in the headmaster's office.
The plot thickens, I see.
We think this file may be connected to the mystery. Can you unlock it? Or break it?
Let me see. This will be rather troublesome.
It's just a lock, right?
Forcing it will result in spontaneous combustion.
What? Why would they put something like that on a bunch of ordinary documents?
Perhaps these documents are not ordinary.
All the same.
I have dealt with similar things in the past. It will take time, but I believe I can open it.
So, defusing bombs falls under maintenance operations?
Do not forget, I'm not just a maintenance worker. I am a bright and massive maintenance worker.
What does that have to do with anything? So, maintenance work in Japan requires a number of skills. I'm impressed. I think Mr. One is the only... Oh, right. Can we ask you one more thing?
You may.
We found a control panel that looks like it's for the dome as well. But it's locked.
It seems to require...
It seems to require a password.
A password? Ask Mr. Sakazaki for help.
Yuya?
He's a master of unauthorized access.
So that wretched Mongol has lowered himself to crime. I never knew he could... Sakuya, just let it go. We need his help here.
I shall take care of this folder then. I can't say for sure, but it should be done by the time you and Mr. Sakazaki get back.
Alright, thanks. We should probably write all this down since we're here. Where is Yuya right now? Either in the lab or possibly gallivanting around like a nincompoop. This would be a lot easier if we could use our phones. But we can't. Off to the lab. Here we are. Wonder if he's still in there. As we turn the corner. Oh no. The Scarecrow Man blocks our path. Oh, the... Sakuya, run! Order me around, Feral!
We lost it, right? Oh, shoot. Sakuya and I must have run in different directions. I hope he's okay. All the times to run into that thing again. If it's lying in wait for us like that, we can't rely on the noise of its arm to find it. And the dome makes this building dark, so it's hard to see. I better be careful. Where is it now? I want to head straight to the lab, but... Did I just hear something? What are you doing in here all alone? Did you see the wall outside? There's been an emergency and everybody's supposed to gather in the gym. You should... You're... Kawara Ryuta. He knows my name? Have I met him somewhere before? Yeah, have we met before? The unfamiliar mourning dove shakes his head. This is the first time we've spoken. Then why do you know my name? She told me. Miss Pyrona. Lana? Oh, right. Didn't she say she made friends with a freshman who's in the library all the time? Can I ask your name? Fujishiro. Ageki. You were friends with Lana then. Did you maybe see her after school yesterday? Was she acting strange at all, or... Oh, shoot. He didn't hear the emergency broadcast. So he probably doesn't know what happened to her either. She's... Don't worry about it. You don't have to explain again. Huh? I already know. Oh. She washed up here and spoke to me. Which can only mean one thing. She's dead. Doesn't exactly make things easier to understand. Almost as if he's talking to himself and doesn't care whether or not interlocutors know what he means. She washed up here? Do you mean yesterday? If you know anything about what happened to her last night, please tell me. I do not. Miss Pyrona did not come to the library after school yesterday. So she didn't come here either. Thanks. I need to hurry back to the chemistry lab, and you should probably get out of here too. There's a suspicious individual in the building. It was not yesterday that Miss Pyrona came here. It was just now. What? He's gone. The mourning dove who just spoke to me has disappeared. Did he go to the gym? I hope so. I don't really want to consider the possibility, but maybe Saki is right. Maybe I am going crazy. I had to last long enough to find the killer. You're late, Kawara. Blasted feral doves. Saki, you're safe. He was pretty worried about you, Ryuta. You couldn't sit still the entire time you were gone. Silence, mongrel! Thanks. Sorry for worrying you, Sakuya. Anyway, Sakuya filled me in on your adventures. You want me to hack into the headmaster's computer? Can you do it? Naturally. Just leave it to me. Come on, let's go. Oh, welcome back, Kawara. Sir, about the control panel. What about it? Can't you tell? It must be the controls for that dome! Right, I suppose it could be. It's locked, though. We were going to have Yuya get in for us, but... That's illegal, you know. That doesn't matter! Don't you comprehend our situation? I never said you shouldn't do it. We don't have much choice, do we? Go on. Thank you, sir. Well, having Nanaki's approval certainly helps my conscience. Let's see. He wakes up the computer, and before long, I have no idea what he's doing to it. Wow, I wonder where he learned to do that. I imagine he spent his spare time stealing illegal X-rated videos off the inner tubes. X-rated videos can teach someone how to do this sort of thing? Maybe I should watch more of them. There we go. Now then. There. We're logged in. The administrator now. Woohoo! This only has an open and close button. I guess that's pretty straightforward. Well, I'll leave the rest of this to you. I mix up voices again. If we press this button, and either the dome itself or the hatch will open, probably. But with the headmaster dead, we have no way of knowing what's happening outside. If there really is some terrible disaster, then opening the dome could put every birdie in danger. Wonder if Mom's at home. I hope she's okay. There's a dangerous individual wandering in the premises, and the bird in charge is dead. I think it'd be wise to open that dome now. That's true. We did get Yuya to help and everything. We should... Oh, don't make me choose. Well, considering all the information, we should open it. Let's open it. We need to get everyone out of here. Agreed, and we can confirm once and for all that the Tarka disaster was nonsense. Escape hatch open. I guess it's not for the whole dome. No matter, all we need to do is get a look outside. Just having the hatch open is better. Anyway, in case there really is a storm or something out there. The panel hatch will close automatically in 15 minutes. To reopen it, please reboot and try again. It closes on its own? That seems like a risky design. 15 minutes isn't enough to get everyone out. Let's go out and take a look before it closes. We're going outside again, Mr. Nanaki. If it's safe, we'll organize the evacuation at the gym. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll come too. Sakazi, Doctor, what will you two do? Well, I don't have any more business here. I shall return to the lab. Leaving Lana alone with the other man would hardly be gentlemanly, so I'll go with the doctor. Well then, let's go, Kawara. Shirogane. Very well. Yep. Where's the hatch? Have your eyes or pickled onions? Right there! The hatch, high above the ground, is open. Looks like the control panel worked. Huh, I think everybody should be able to fly up to that. It's a little narrow, so we'll have to go 2 or 3 at a time. But outside? Yeah. It's perfectly clear. We can only see the sky, but there is no storm or gale. Nothing but the same calm autumn sky from this morning. No earthquake and no typhoon, and the announcement video was a fake. I think it's safest to assume that the whole thing was a lie. I am curious about the state of things out there, but the door closes on its own, so we had best think carefully before going out. We can't see the city at all. We don't really know what's going out there, if anything. But if there really is no disaster, and this is all some plot surrounding Pyrona's death, then we need more clues. I'll go. Are you sure? We have no guarantee that it's safe out there. It isn't safe here, either. Look, the hatch is open! It is! We can go home! No, you're supposed to be in the gym. You shouldn't go out yet. Like heck if we're sticking around with nothing but that bogus explanation from earlier. I can't wait any longer. I'm going out. Wait, come back at once. We don't know if it's safe out there yet. A gunshot. We have to go help him. Calm down, Kawara. You only get yourself shot as well. But... As if to laugh at my shock, the hatch gives an unpleasant rumble and swings shut. We He was shot. As soon as he went outside, someone on the other side shot him. It's not a natural disaster. If we go out, we get killed. Why? Lana's corpse delivered without warning throughout the school. The students gathered without explanation in the gym. The headmaster appearing on screen to announce an emergency situation, and then turning up dead. The gray dome enclosing the school. The scarecrow appearing for no apparent reason in the sealed-off building. And now, the students shot dead if they try to escape. What's going on outside? How humiliating. It seemed that things are worse than we ever expected. If only I'd stopped him. There was nothing we could do that we didn't, Kawara. The last thing you need to do now is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you? No, I'm fine. We have to keep going. I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. Can I explain to them after we figured out what to do? Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Our one chance at escape turns out to be a one-way ticket across the sticks. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school. Where shall we go next? Let's go back to the maintenance office. Mr. 1 might have that file open. Very well. We return to the maintenance office and explain what happened outside to Mr. 1.
I see. It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit.
Our worst predictions? Do you know something?
We can predict things without knowing what they will happen. Using predictions with reality can be fatal, young one.
I've been wondering for a while. Mr. 1? Are you really just a maintenance worker?
An innocent student was shot. I suppose it's time I introduce myself properly. I am Leon J.B., one of the great soaring wings of the Dove Party. As class agent, pleased to meet you.
The Dove Party? Looks like a cockatiel to me. I have heard of this Dove Party, a secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, correct?
You are well informed, young one.
It is a noble's duty to be well informed. I feel like I must have missed something. There are two schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe we should live peacefully with humans, and the Hawk Party, who believe we should exterminate them. Exterminate? But I thought the wars with humans were over. Do you really believe that everyone just decided to live happily together?
Sadly, that is not how the world works. There's still many disagreements between birds and humans, so the hawks and the doves have come to the fore. We discovered hawk activity at the school, and so I was dispatched to investigate. And what we feared would happen has happened.
Wait a minute. Are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with St. Pigeonations? Seems hard to believe. The school is known for tolerant policies toward humans. I even welcome Pyrona as a representative.
I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are growing numbers of Hawk operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions.
Oh, you got it open? Thank you. That should speed things up a little. Let's look inside. The human representative. To help humans and birds advance hand and feather towards a bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human in the school, starting in the year 2187. They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with Sumatera influenza when making our selection. We will pick a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to Sumatera influenza. The human representative. This is talking about Pyrona, no matter how we look at it. 2187. That's when we were enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be symbol of human concession to wit a hostage of birds. If the representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and all birds inside will be given to the humans as prisoners. The seal will be lifted 12 hours after death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. The school will be declared an extraterritorial zone. An avian protest of any human reprisal will not be tolerated. If Lana is to die? So her death was connected to the dome after all. And the important part is the final gruesome exchange. Basically, if anything happens to Lana, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame. So it would seem. They trap us in here to give us the humans time to arm themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits us outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous.
It's not humorous at all!
So this is what the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think that the whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start.
Indeed, things here go deeper than we ever realized. As you know, this school's public stance is very liberal in the human coercion issue. In fact, the school's principal financer, the Ichigo Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years. I have investigated the history of St. Pigeon Nations extensively, and I can confirm that it was founded with the ideal coexistence with humans. But the Hawk Party has been sending agents here for a long time, eating away at the system. Like a dreadful virus. We have had information about this document for some time. It is real.
It's kind of hard to take all this in at once. Just to make sure, for 12 hours the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge? And then, when the dome opens, they will kill every bird in sight.
And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin.
That student who got shot when he flew out of the hatch. There are already humans waiting out there with guns. She was discovered this morning and the dome was raised soon after. So the time is not from when she died, but from when her death is confirmed. The evacuation was about 2 hours ago. Yeah, it was right at the start of the second period. Around 10 o'clock. And so we have until 10 p.m. before we are killed. Seem awfully calm, Sakia, even after watching somebody get shot. Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's gone wrong and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decide to tangle with a labelle. What time? What time is it, Mr. Leone?
Just past 2.
We have only 8 hours then. 8 hours. We have to find an escape route in 8 hours, or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyway. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way. My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. We shall continue the investigation. You're very decisive, Sakuya. Glad you're here. Do not attempt to flatter me, Kawara. I'm not. I mean it. We found the connection between Lana's death and the dome. There's clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. We better go now. We have to solve this before we run out of time.
You are a promising lad. If we ever give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees.
Don't miss the forest for the trees. Sakia, there's one more file. Operation Hatoful? What is that? I don't know. That's what it says on here. The bottom half is torn off. Can't read it at any rate. I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. It's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document, though. Stupid Japanese. Look, it's spelled hurtful. Whoa, it is! I thought hateful just meant heartful. I suspect that we will find many of these things to come quite hurtful. Right. It was probably something important, given that it was locked in file.
Indeed. I hadn't heard of the hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history.
The school's history? At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Pyrona died. The escape hatch was no doubt put in place to allow him alone to escape. Which means that he may have had a guarantee of safety for himself. I don't want to suspect an elder, but it does look that way. Everything going on here is connected. We may well find something for use in the records. Right, let's go look at the school documents then.
I'm not the only dove agent in the school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen.
Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first. Mr. Leon said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look? The headmaster's office or the library, perhaps? We already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be here, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. The mystery we have to left to solve is the blood-stained stranger Oka saw doing in the infirmary yesterday. Exactly. What was with the headmaster dying? An army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken, and it all, I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow. We still don't know where he came from. He appeared along with the dome and no doubt is connected to it. If we continue to investigate it, I am sure his origins will become clear. Pyriona's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird. Right. That's that decided then. We'll go to the library to read up on the school's history, and we'll look for that bird. Probably doesn't matter, but which should we do first? The bloodstained bird. Do you have any idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know somebody like that? Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it was, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there. Let's go ask him again. He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them, however. But he did say he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what he said is true, then he was lying. Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuya!
Salutations. How goes the investigation?
Well, just who do you think I am?
Yeah, unlike me, you're a very capable bird.
Yuya, we wanted to ask you something.
Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away.
Did you really not see anything yesterday after school?
I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time.
We talked to San earlier. He said that he saw a blood-stained stranger go into the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that?
Nope, sorry.
Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself?
Yikes, no. As you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all.
Besides, he said he saw the bird going into the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right?
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I could say. Right, Doctor?
Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? There had actually been some bloodstained stranger then. That would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something. Library. Wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? I met him at the library earlier. He stayed behind. An unusually dense individual, to be sure. Library's a little ways away from here. We spent some time jogging through the hallway. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. Getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves.
Really?
Well, then, where are the school documents? Probably not where just anybody can look at them. They were probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search.
Right.
Books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in this corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty encyclo... That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Huh, that's weird. Did somebody misfile them? Anyway, St. Pigeon Nations is not back here with the large volumes. So maybe it's a smaller book. It's not here. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. Can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records. Huh? Keep looking there and you'll never find them. So, you know where they are? Yep. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? By request. Request? You don't know what that is? He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get them by request. They're not kept out here. Then, where are they kept? Behind the reception desk in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really! Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, sorry, I was talking to him. Talking to the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... There's no one else here. Sees the bizarre Mondrama. What is he talking about? Nageki's standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was figment of my imagination for a minute. But he just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya... Let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes. Are you a hallucination? If I was that, when you're asking a hallucination whether or not he is a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything! This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I'll remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet? Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said too. Why did Nageki know about that?
It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. Request only books. This shelf. Looks like it, and I see a lot of the same book as were in the headmaster's office. Chronologically as St. Paginations, this... Let's see. 2180? Founding of the school same year, Ichigo Kitsurugu inaugurated as headmaster. 2810? Much more recent than I thought. Only 8 years. I hadn't known either. Aside from that, it's those transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sakia, look at this! 2183. Medical center shuts down due to fire. Medical center? Does this school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? Right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery. It's to taunt our inability to hold all those we already have. A new sort of mystery. 2183. Medical center shuts down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement where the fire started. Didn't I just hear that name? The exact name, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago? Then what is the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sagia couldn't see him. Which means he's... a ghost. Don't say such dreadful things! It's unscientific! To these days, Benavans, we're getting our lives on this search, you know. Won't have any occult rubbish brought into it. But I think he knew something. If he's the same bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery. So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Kawara. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but I couldn't find him.